Mentos.
Some people are creatures of habit, ordering from the same restaurant, watching the same show, doing the same routine day in, day out.
And look, no judgment, but that's not for everybody.
Some of us crave a little surprise, a little what's next in our day.
And if that's you, you're going to love the Mentos Discovery Roll. Ooh, a little mystery.
It's got 14 unique flavors to discover, from fruity favorites like strawberry and watermelon to unexpected picks like passion fruit and black currant. Ooh, all in one delicious roll.
Add a little fun, a little flavor, and a whole lot of chew.
That's right. Refresh the everyday with Mentos Chewy Mints. Say yes to fresh.
Thank you to our partner, Liquid IV. All right, 92%ers, we've partnered with Liquid IV for an exclusive taste test of their newest sugar-free flavor, Ring Pop. Our interns have graciously volunteered to try it out. Jake and Brandon, can you do the honors?
Absolutely, I can. I got my water and my little mixing right here.
We got the Liquid IV.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah, Ring Pop flavor.
Oh, let's try it out.
Look at Jake's fancy cup.
It's a nice cup. Only the best for Liquid IV.
We're pouring.
It's actually so good. That is dangerous.
Do a little stir.
It sounds very good.
Yeah. Honestly, when you see the flavors Ring Pop and you go, what does that taste like? And you taste it, you go, no, that's Ring Pop.
It really does taste like a Ring Pop cherry. Brings me back to like being at the town pool as a kid. Just hammering Ring Pops. Brandon, you needed some electrolytes, huh?
It was a rough weekend, boys.
Hydrated.
I'm hydrated now.
It's got that nostalgia flavor bursting with tart cherry notes and the hydration you need. Just one stick and 16 ounces of water hydrates faster than water alone because of Liquid IV's Hydra Science. An optimized ratio of electrolytes, essential vitamins, and clinically tested nutrients. It turns ordinary water into extraordinary hydration and comes in other delicious sugar-free flavors like white peach, rainbow sherbet, strawberry watermelon, and more. Say yes to unforgettable moments this summer with Liquid IV's new hydration multiplier in sugar-free Ring Pop. Tear, pour, live more. Go to liquidiv.com and get 20% off your first purchase with code NEWHEIGHTS at checkout. Thank you to our sponsor, Allstate.
Checking Allstate first could save you hundreds on car insurance. Not checking if your AC is working before the first hot day. Nothing like sweating through a 90-degree afternoon while waiting for the repair guy. Yeah, checking first is the right move, so check Allstate first for an auto quote. It could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois. I did want to ask you one other thing, which I don't even know if we're putting this up. For Weekend Update, is it harder now with how much the news cycle changes? Like, you guys start writing this stuff usually like that week earlier in it.
Yes.
Like, I mean,
it all
things change every single
it all gets thrown out now. Like if you have you can have a joke you love on Monday and it's completely irrelevant. Like, so we do most of it now on Friday and Saturday. Like Friday and Saturday now is just wall to wall because it's all different now. It's like that's completely changed since when I started. And even the cold opens, like we used to have cold opens that we wrote for the table read on Wednesday, and they would still make sense as the top story. Now, like the top story is never the same between Wednesday and Saturday. So most of the cold opens now we write on Friday and Saturday too.
The times is changing.
They are.
Times is changing.
That's fucking awesome though, man. Before we go anywhere though, we got to take a peek at this 2005 card we have here. A little NBC Universal, baby.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
I feel like the sideburns are so long, they may go underneath and connect under my chin.
I was going to say, you do a little Abe Lincoln, you just had to just straight along the chin strap there.
It also looks, I'm wearing like such a flesh-colored T-shirt that it almost looks like I came shirtless to work.
Hey, you're Bert Kreischer here. A young Bert Kreischer.
This is still my ID, so that photo still comes up for the security guard, and you could tell every time. He's like, wait a second.
Time out.
This is still your photo?
Can you brush that hair forward real quick for me?
This is still what yeah.
No, I'm kidding. No.
That's hilarious.
It doesn't go forward anymore.
I would say that's what the guy says. Thank you for showing me. Yep, you're clear. You're good.
I mean, I was just at a different place in my life, you know.
The burns, man.
What was the hiring process besides this wonderful photo?
I just walked up with that badge and I was like, people don't know. It's just a sign-up sheet.
That's it. Yeah.
The process was I wrote a packet of like 6 sketches. And people, we still, when I was head writer, like we still read hundreds of submission packets every summer.
Oh, wow.
And everyone goes through. So it really, people's stuff gets read who submit to the show. So cool. And we still hire people from packs. If something makes you laugh, it's a rare thing. Like if you read a packet and you still, and something really genuinely just makes you laugh reading it, that's a really good sign, because that's just rare to do.
Yeah,
sure.
But I submitted a packet one year before I got hired at the wrong time. Like I didn't even know when to send it in. And so I sent it in, and then clearly no one ever read it because it was not a time they were looking for writers. And then I submitted in the summer, and Tina was one of the head writers there. Harper Steele was another head writer there, and they liked some of the sketches that I wrote. I was very, very lucky. And so I came in and interviewed with them, and then I had to interview with Lauren the same day, which luckily I didn't even know I was going to have to do.
Why do you say luckily?
Yeah.
Well, because I would have been so nervous. I had less time to worry about it, because they were like, and we're just going to have you go interview with Lauren. I was like, oh, sure, cool.
Got it. Yeah, let's do it.
Because you're so nervous. I mean, actually, Will Ferrell, I don't know if you know this story, but he went to interview with Lauren, and he, as a bit, like, came with a huge suitcase full of money. And so he was like, I'm going to go in and be like, Lauren, if you're on the fence, maybe this would change your mind. and open the suitcase. And then he said he went in to meet with Lauren, carries in the suitcase in Lauren's office, and is instantly so nervous that he never does the bit. And so then they have the whole interview, and then he's just like, and it seems like he's like going to get the job. So he's like, it was great to meet you, Mr. Michaels. Thank you. He just stands up with a suitcase and leaves. So it's like, it was in a way even crazier that he thought I brought a suitcase to a comedy interview and never did the bit. So
That's
good.
Legendary, man.
So I interviewed with Lauren, and then one of the producers was like, stick around for a while. And I was like, okay. So I didn't know what that meant. And then he just put me in a writer's office to sit there and wait to see. I didn't know for what. I didn't know what it meant. And so I'm in this office for like an hour or two, hanging out, just like alone. And then the phone rings in the office, like this random writer's office. And so instinctively, I was like, I guess I'll answer it. Why? I mean, it's his office. So I just pick up the phone, and one of the producers who's there also in the building tells me that I got hired. So I'm sitting there. It was so awesome. I was sitting. He called me from another office, and I just answered a random telephone and was told I got hired.
That's so epic.
Yeah, Tina Fey, Philadelphia legend. What was it like being in there first year, going into a room like that?
Oh, very intimidating. I mean, and she had written so many sketches that I love. I didn't even know until I was there. Like, she had written all these. Like, there was one where Christopher Walken is the census taker. I don't know if you've ever seen that one back in the day. It's like him and Tim Meadows. You got to watch it. It's just like pure random nonsense, basically, and which is the kind of sketch I love. I love, and it's so well. Every line is a joke in it. Christopher Walken, who's one of the best, it was so good in it. But she had written so many great sketches too. So it's a very intimidating head writer to put to submit sketches to.
Fuck.
And there was a lot happening that year because a lot of people, like I started with Kristen Wiig, Jason Sudeikis, Bill Hader, and Andy Samberg. We were all new together, which is just an insane, truly one of the best groups of four people that come in to the show, and that was it. They were the 4 actors that came in, and then 2 writers who worked with Andy with The Lonely Island who came in, and Brian Tucker who had worked at Chappelle's show, and that was our group that we started with. And there were all these cast members that were kind of in their last year, so it was a big transition year. It was the year like Tina was leaving, Maya Rudolph was leaving, Rachel Dratch was leaving. A lot of people who had been there, and Tina was starting 30 Rock. So that was like, that process was happening that year. We saw all that, like the show starting up. And so we, as a group, like all these new people, we started figuring out getting our stuff onto the show, like how we could sneak in. And there were some incredible, I was looking back at the episodes from that year, and there's just crazy pairings. Like Steve Martin and Prince was a show.
Oh, shit.
My first episode was Steve Carell and Kanye, which was just just to walk in. Kanye first episode. Tom Hanks and the Red Hot Chili Peppers was a show, which was pretty awesome.
Love it.
Jack Black and Neil Young, pretty
Jesus.
sweet. And then it was like all these great shows. And then the last episode I just saw, the season finale, was Kevin Spacey and Nelly Furtado. It's like, I was like, I'm sure Nelly Furtado is so happy to have that ticket framed in their house now. They're like, what'd you do SNL with? This guy Kevin.
No big
So
deal.
fun. What a great season. But it was pretty cool. And so many of those people were like my idols.
Was it always SNL for you? Was that always like the gig once you dropped out of economics, or
Yeah.
teared away from
Everyone, if you
economics?
leave economics, you
You're
typically
just like, all
go to
right,
SNL.
SNL. That's the way to go.
We have a ton of just former bankers. It's mostly I would have worked anywhere. I mean, I would have worked, I applied everywhere. I applied and just didn't get, I applied to Letterman. I applied to, Conan. I applied to The Daily Show. I wrote a spec script of Arrested Development when it was on. I wrote a spec script of Scrubs, like shows that were on at that time, and didn't get traction anywhere.
Yeah.
But I would have, of course, loved to work at SNL. I think I didn't let myself believe I could.
Yeah.
And so then when it worked out, it was like,
Holy shit. Yeah.
It was incredible. And it was luckily because I did drop out of
Economics,
any sort of normal job. I think it made it easier on my parents that it was a show they had heard of instead of, going somewhere where they would be still very worried about me. So it was good.
Well, I got to know, you've mentioned all of these ridiculous guests, hosts, musical artists. What was it like having Travis Kelce? Honest take on Travis Kelce as a host.
Fantastic. I hope you know. First of all, I thought it was a great show. Like a
Yes, I
genuinely
mean, I
good
had a
show.
blast. I don't know how it compared to others, man, but the entire week I was like over the fucking moon, dude. It was insane.
No, you had a perfect approach to it. Obviously, the show, and you threw yourself into it, absolutely committed to everything. And I mean, I hope you come and do it again. It would be fantastic. Whenever you.
Well, is there any coaching maybe for his next?
Oh yeah, coach me up. Coach me up.
job? Yeah, what notes?
Coach me up.
I've got I'll look through the game. I'll go through the
hooked on phonics.
I'll get in the film room.
Hooked on phonics.
I'll mark a couple things up. Late entrance here. Little dead weight. Inflections wrong here. Oh, I'll get in there. I'll do a
Change
full
accent
dissection.
Went from Australian to British halfway through.
I'm sure the notes would all be for on our own side. Like, we should have written a better joke here. Why didn't we? There were some standouts too. Having the meal at the American Girl store, that was really good.
Oh my fucking god!
I still go back and watch that. I mean, it's absolutely hilarious.
I had so much fun doing that one. I was like, oh, be a creep.
You were a little too good at it, to be honest with you. It was a little.
Well, I think it was.
You had spent like months at that just doing research.
I was actually, yeah.
It was a method
I
approach.
was getting porterhouses the entire time there, yeah.
And then you spent like months after you hosted there too, and you were kind of really trying to get people to notice, like,
trying
from the sketch.
get my
Oh, he's really
trying to get
committed
my name
to
out
this.
there.
You still get like 10% off food there, right? Like if you, anytime, like a lifetime.
Only the steaks,
Lifetime
the really
coupon.
high price steaks. And
How
they,
did-
and they
how did
still
it-
card me. Colin, they still card me
man.
every time I go in there. And I don't understand. I'm not ordering alcohol or anything that I gain of age.
Nikki Glazer hosted, and I did a sketch with her that was like American Girl. They make a larger version of the American Girl dolls, and then instantly it's just like guys coming in like, yeah, I'll get one of those.
That's a banger.
How did it compare for you? Like what you thought going in? Because it's such a blur. Once you're going, it must be such a blur that day.
That's the thing. I I went into it like with zero expectations. I was like, the one thing I wanted to do was like just be a teammate, let everybody like tell you what to do, how to do it, where to go. Don't try and put your twists on any of the like writing or anything like that. Just go in there and like be present and enjoy the fucking ride. And I think it was the coolest experience I've ever had in my life. Like it was SNL. I got a text from Peyton Manning giving me advice on, he was like, dude, just buckle up and enjoy the roller coaster and just dive in, just be all in on everything that they're telling you. And that was the best thing I could have heard at that moment, because I was going into it blind, not knowing how everybody was so goddamn funny on SNL. But then I quickly realized after jumping into all the little writing rooms and hearing everybody try and not necessarily pitch me apart, but get me to understand apart just how talented everyone is up there and how much of like a family and unity it is up there. So I just went in with, zero expectations and hoping that I didn't fuck it up on Saturday.
No, not at all. I mean, it's the thing you realize too is, the writers are also nervous and also trying to figure it out. Like, they don't necessarily know what's going to work, and they're trying to figure out what's fun for you to do, or what would be a good look for you to in a scene, or world for a scene, Which is where if I did it again, I would actually be able to tell them, oh, I can do this kind of accent. I can do this. Like I just went in there and somebody asked me, all right, do you have any accents you can do? I'm just like, fuck.
We don't want to take up too much more of your time. We got a last section. We got
I have no friends, nowhere to go. I have nothing.
Never mind then. We will be here.
I don't want to see my kids. I know, whatever you.
You are starting season 2 of Pop Culture Jeopardy.
Oh yeah,
on Netflix.
Yes, that's right.
You are an economic Harvard. Well, I guess you didn't graduate with economy, but economics.
Yeah. I graduated in pop culture.
Graduated
over.
There we go.
Would you be better at regular Jeopardy or Pop Culture Jeopardy?
Oh, 100% regular.
Really?
Yes, and I don't think I'd be very good at Jeopardy. Like I'm not really a good trivia. The thing I realized I said, it almost is like a Yogi Berra phrase. I literally told someone, I'm good at trivia if I know the answer. Like, right. But it's like, there's certain things I know well, but I don't have I have huge blind spots in anything, but Jeopardy, the level of knowledge and the breadth of knowledge that people have as Jeopardy contestants is so impressive.
It's crazy.
Pop culture is even crazier to me because it changes so much, and there's so many eras of pop culture. And this is definitely weighted more recent, which is sad because when there's the category about the 90s, that's the one I feel like I can get.
I'm on this, yeah.
And weirdly, sometimes that's a category where no one will get an answer now. And that just makes me feel very sad and old.
As two guys who are also of the +1 fraternity and have this same experience, how nice is it to be the less famous person in your relationship?
Huge relief. It's really funny because I feel like I think I'm probably almost approached more because she's less approachable. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I feel like because I'm on TV, I have like a lesser, people are just like, I'm in their living room. So they're just like, hey, what's up, man? How's it going? She's actually almost like so famous that they don't believe it a lot of times too. Like we've been traveling and we've been standing at the passport check and the person's looking at her passport and he'll be like, has anyone ever told you look like Scarlett Johansson? Genuinely. Genuinely asking and not real, even though he's looking at her name, because he's like, it would be weirder if it was her, and just give it back to her and not think it's a really kind of awesome.
That's amazing.
Shout out to the +1s out there.
The other thing I've noticed too is that if we're ever ordering food, the order is not going to be right. Because if we go buy a sandwich or something, she'll order and the person will recognize her and then doesn't write down nothing about the sandwich. Just completely distracted. All the ingredients are wrong. Yeah. We'll open the sandwich and nothing is.
What did she say again?
Yeah, it's really funny. It's like bread and just like a pickle. And that's it. Yeah, it's good. I feel like it's we can commiserate.
Yeah,
that's right.
really.
I'm on the team.
So hard.
I'm here for it.
You also, it was hard as a stand-up because I would have jokes about either the idea of dating or the idea of marriage or what that is. I just can't. There's nothing that will. I can't be like, she's nagging me about this. Everyone's like, shut the fuck up. It eliminated that part of stand-up.
All right. Well, can you please tell us, our next question, can you please tell us about the time Jimmy Buffett saved your life?
Oh my God, with pleasure. It was really pretty, I mean, RIP, what a great dude. Like,
yes.
Really, I was randomly seated next to him at a dinner I was there with, I was dating a girl at the time who was there with friends who were working at Vice magazine. And I was just randomly seated next to him, and I had never met him before, and I didn't know it was him. And so it was like over the course of dinner, and he was like, I surf, and he heard that, and he was like, oh, he just wanted to talk about surfing because he loves surfing. And only after a while, I sort of noticed little subtle hints that it might be Jimmy Buffett. Like he would say something like, whenever I open a new Margaritaville, I like to go and find somewhere to surf near where the Margaritaville is. And I was like, this might be Jimmy Buffett.
Interesting.
And then he was really gracious and knew I liked to surf. So he's like, I'm going to go surf tomorrow morning out in I think it's like the west coast of St. Bart's, like a more remote area. Why don't you come surf? And I was like, oh my God, of course. This is fantastic. So I went to meet him, and I got there, and I kind of immediately realized that maybe it was a thing where he said like, oh, you should come by sometime, but didn't mean it. You know what I mean? And he's like, yeah, come hang. And I was like, great, I will. I'll be there tomorrow morning. And suddenly I was like, am I psychotic that I just took him up on this? And it was just like him and his family. And then there was like a surf instructor that was out there that was just kind of helping them. Yeah. And he lent me a board, and we went out, and I kind of was hanging back, and they all caught waves like in a row at this. And again, no one was there. It was kind of amazing. Like no one was at this break. It was like a nice sort of 5-6 foot wave rolling in. And then I finally was like, I'm going to catch a wave. And I caught a wave. And I remember when we were going out, swimming out, Jimmy was like, be careful when you get into shallower water because there's a lot of rocks. Like, don't ride it all the way in. Yeah. And again, because it's him and I'm talking to him and I'm excited, I didn't pay attention to any of the advice at all. Completely ignored it. And then rode the wave all the way in and went to turn around on my board and paddle back, and I couldn't paddle forward. I was like, I didn't know why. And then I realized that my leash had been stuck under one of the famous rocks he had told me about. Oh my gosh. And I couldn't get out, and the waves were coming. And so I couldn't reach down and get it. I was like trying to tug it out, which probably was making it worse. And I was stuck. And he was like, are you okay in there? And again, I was like trying to play it cool. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm great. Cool. I love it. I love all this water I'm swallowing. I'm doing great. And then I started getting like kind of nervous because I couldn't get loose of this rock. And so he sort of sensed it and the instructor there had like a knife. That he just probably for this reason, like if someone got like the way you would in scuba diving, like have a little knife. And so he swam and cut my leash off and got me out and got me back out there. And then literally he was like, I think that down the beach might be more your speed. Like you might like it over there. And then of course I was like, oh no, I destroyed Jimmy's leash. And so like the next morning I found like a surf shop in St. Bart's where a leash costs like $2,000. Surf mechanic? St. Bart's leash. Yeah. And then bought it and brought it all the way back to, because I was like, I can't leave him with this broken leash. And of course, like he wasn't there, and the guy who was there was like, you did not need to do this. He has like 100 leads, it's fine. But I was like, I should do this. And then, and that's the last time that I got to surf with him.
R.I.P. the legend, man.
Very cool story.
Incredible.
God damn, that's good.
Lastly, what's your welcome to SNL moment?
Like, what do you mean? Like when I was welcome there, like, or if I welcome someone there?
So it's more like we asked this to like NFL players, anybody in their field. Like when was it where you were like, oh my God, I'm doing this. Like I'm at SNL.
Like a welcome to Hollywood moment. Welcome to the NFL moment.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah.
One of them was I was like getting like I was doing pretty well as a writer. And I remember Lorne saying, can you come into my office? And I went into his office and Mick Jagger was there. And he was like, Mick Jagger is doing a show in Indianapolis tomorrow. Do you have any jokes he could do?
Oh, no. Oh, man.
What?
Yeah. And I was like, what? You know, I'm thinking like, of all things Mick Jagger needs, it's not jokes. He doesn't need... He could say anything and people are going to scream.
Eat it up,
and on the spot, I was like, just trying to think about what... I was like, does he want to joke about Indianapolis? Like, what kind of jokes? I was like, what jokes do you do normally, Mr. Jagger? That was definitely a... I don't even know what I said. I feel like because I also didn't even know he was going to be in there.
That's crazy.
That was a real welcome to Hollywood moment. And then, God, I'm trying to think of like what another one is for me. Like there's just like, I don't know, through I think one of the ones still even more recent, which was just like it's like keeping it in mind as I go through it. Because I still have ones that are
of course
shocking when I put them in context. Yeah. And I remember opening for Chappelle at Radio City, which was like a couple dreams come true. That was really awesome. And then I was going to LA and he was going to LA and he was like, let's go to a Lakers game. And so like we went to a Lakers game together and we're in like the player, they just immediately, wherever he goes, they're like, wherever you want to go in the stadium, you're welcome. Yeah. So like we're in the players tunnel and he's like, you want to smoke? And I'm like, sure. I'll smoke. I never smoked, but I was like, I did show. I was like, you want to smoke a cigarette? I'm like, sure, no problem. I would love that. I'll look totally natural doing it. So we're like smoking. We're smoking in Lakers Arena there and in the Staples Center. Yeah. And then someone's like, do you want to meet Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? He's coming over here. He's like, there's a little lounge. It's like Kareem. It's just like a couple people hanging out, like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That was a moment where I just was thinking, this is a great, like, what a wonderful combination of
fucking
fun folks to be in a little lounge.
Yeah, that's a pinch me moment. That sounds like a fucking dream.
Yeah, and it's very nice when you get to work with people that you love, especially it's an athlete, yourself included. Like LeBron coming to host, Peyton coming to host, like that. Those are really, those are moments that you kind of can't believe that you get to do that, because you writing for people that you love, like Larry David or Julia Dreyfus or people who are comedians is already, but then when it's an athlete, it's like a double thing of you never thought you'd get to do it, or a musician, like writing something for Nicki Minaj or writing something that's like totally. A thing, different out of your world. It's the best. It's so cool. That's why the job is just, who else gets to work with those combinations of people over those years? It's pretty amazing. I feel very lucky.
Well, you should, dude. I appreciate the stories, man. Thank you for the time, the stories, all of the above. Thank you for all the fucking laughs on SNL. The season 51 finale airs May 16th. At 11:30 Eastern, as everyone knows, and we cannot fucking wait to watch it on NBC Peacock with host Will Ferrell and musical guest Sir Paul McCartney. Enjoy it, dude. Awesome. Can't wait to fucking see it, man.
Pleasure. Thank you guys for having me on. I appreciate it.
Oh, and also starting May 11th, new episodes of Pop Culture Jeopardy will premiere on Netflix. So every weekend.
Check that out. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Enjoy it, ladies and gentlemen.
I will say, if you're a Jeopardy fan and a pop culture fan, there are some episodes that are incredible television. Like the gameplay it will blow your mind. Like there's semifinals and the finals were like shockingly dramatic and cool. So
fuck yeah,
it has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me. The actual people playing the games are your mind's gonna be blown if you're a Jeopardy fan. It's pretty awesome.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Well, fuck yeah, dog. Appreciate you, dude.
Alrighty, thank you to Colin Jost.
Fans are once again paying close attention to every moment involving Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. And this time, it all started with a reaction that people simply couldn't ignore. During a recent podcast moment, Travis showed an emotional expression that instantly got fans talking. But what really sent social media into overdrive was the conversation surrounding Taylor Swift's outfit, with some viewers claiming the dress she wore looked like a maternity-style design. Now suddenly, the internet did what it always does. People started replaying clips, zooming in on photos, and analyzing every tiny detail. Because whenever Taylor and Travis appear together, even the smallest moment turns into a huge discussion. And this time fans began asking one question. Was there something deeper everyone was missing? The interesting part is that it wasn't just the dress people focused on. It was Travis' reaction. Fans felt there was emotion in his expression, something that made people stop and pay attention. Social media quickly filled with theories. Some believed he looked unusually sentimental. Others said there was a Satan softness in the moment that caught them off guard. And suddenly people started connecting dots that may not even have been connected at all. But if there's one thing Taylor Swift fans are known for, it's noticing details. Tiny details. The kind most people scroll right past. A look, a smile, a reaction that lasts 2 seconds. Fans have built entire theories from less. And honestly, that's what makes these moments fascinating. Because whether the speculation turns out to mean something or absolutely nothing, people become invested in the emotions behind it. Fans don't just follow Taylor and Travis because they're famous. They follow them because people feel connected to their story. There's something about watching two people look genuinely happy that naturally pulls people in. Then came another wave of reactions online. Some fans immediately asked everyone to slow down, reminding people that clothing styles don't automatically mean anything. Fashion changes all the time, and loose-fitting designs have become incredibly popular. Others simply focused on Travis himself, saying they love seeing him look genuinely emotional and happy. And maybe that's the reason people keep watching these moments so closely. Not because of rumors, not because of theories, but because fans are trying to understand real emotions. They are looking for authenticity in a world where celebrity stories often feel carefully scripted. Travis especially has shown a different side of himself over the last year. Fans have seen excitement, support, happiness, and moments where he seems deeply proud standing beside Taylor. So when people noticed emotion in his expression this time, it naturally became a conversation. Still, one thing always happens with celebrity stories. A tiny moment becomes a massive headline within hours. One reaction becomes 20 theories. One photo becomes hundreds of opinions. And before anyone realizes it, the internet creates a story of its own. But regardless of where fans stand, one thing is clear. People are paying attention because they care. And maybe that says more than any rumor ever could. Because somewhere underneath all the speculation, all the clips, and all the endless social media discussions, people simply enjoy seeing moments that feel human. And right now, one emotional Travis Kelce reaction has fans wondering all over again. Was it just a normal moment? Or did fans notice something everyone else missed?